Why, how's it going, you beautiful souls? Welcome to a St. Patrick's Day special. Now, everything is all about tapping into the truth of our own inner beingness. The most important thing here is that it's a practice of self mastery. The most important, real start in anyone's journey and purpose in life is discovering who's living it. So, this evening, we're going to dive deep into our own beingness and tap into our higher self, tap into our inner truth, and explore the universe within as we get ready for the equinox coming up. Now, it's really important to understand that the spring equinox is really that solar new year, but it's also an opportunity to fully heal and transform yourself, getting ready for spring as the bloom and transformations hit to really ride that wave of self empowerment, of improvement, of unfoldment. So go ahead and get those last few wiggles out. We'll dive right in. And as usual, we're going to start with those 3 taps of the bell. When you hear the bowl sing and ring with your inhale, turn that exhale into a powerful Om. Begin to express love for yourself as I lovingly invite you into the space of my own heart, the source of beingness for all humans. This area of love and compassion, we dive deep into ourselves with the goal of healing, of transforming ourselves to see something new, to liberate something new. So we may gain the understanding of self and continue this great mystery called life. No matter what's happening around you, shift your attention away from the external. Simply listen to this voice and gaze inwards towards yourself. Begin to shift back, sink deep into your awareness. Just as you observe the external world around you, begin to observe and witness the inner environment, this inner space, when the eyes are closed, at a distance. And as you rest within yourself, lay witness to the unfoldment that arises within. See the thoughts, emotions, and sensations like passing clouds. But keep your attention focused on yourself, your own beingness, this window of awareness and observation you are. And as you come to know and understand yourself as the knower, the seer, the listener, the observer, the witness of life, experience all at a distance as if you're watching a film. Allow this last tap of the bell to serve as a gateway home into the stillness as you shift your attention to the sound as it fades. So too allow the dust to settle within you as you drop away into the stillness that is ever present within you, that is you, and that is observed by you. If you currently don't have one, place a slight smile on your face. As it conditions the body, so too all have been conditioned in their experiences to fall in love with a process. Reawaken and strengthen that childlike curiosity you had for the world. And if you currently still have it, Strengthen it even further as you dive deep into the greatest mystery, an infinite playground of discovery, the inner looking of the self. It's here we come to love everything we've gone through and experienced. For there is no good or bad, there's only grace. Life doesn't present us a challenge we can't overcome, but it may seemingly break us, or as some say, make us. Yet most fail to recognize that everything that happens in life arises with a purpose, for your growth, for your healing, for your transformation, for your liberation. There is great wealth in suffering, and there is great suffering in wealth. We live in a world of dualities, yet the fulcrum of the experiences known as good and bad, light and dark, love and fear, all rest upon the fulcrum of I. It's this I am presence you have. You know it as self, as me, but come to know it as a nameless force, a primordial energy, an eternal fire that sparks every set of eyes, that ignites every heart, that manifests all. Just as a play, the show does not go on if there is no audience in the seats. So too, this experience of life matters not unless you're here to witness it. You are the perceiver and the creator of your experience. You are the craftsman of your reality. So, what happens when you turn your gaze inwards and come to discover who you really are? Before you were named, before you soaked up the conditionings of this world, before you were influenced by things and concepts such as good or bad, right and wrong, before you knew division of family, of others, and before you divided yourself within your own beingness. Fall in love with this search. What is it that holds you back from peace? What are the so-called triggers that take you away from responding and push you into states of reaction? Come to understand the deeper meaning that the kingdom lies within you. Just as we see the 7 colors, the 7 rays of light represent themselves in your 7 energy centers. Begin to see the concept of as above, so below as a primordial truth that applies to all. Let life be your greatest teacher, for it's always been trying to show you the way. But when we don't learn our lesson, this teacher of life provides us another opportunity, somewhat more severe, potentially jarring. But all is meant to serve as a catalyst for this inner looking. Whether you're doing so now with conscious contemplation, or later in life when the body drops and life drops, we have this opportunity to experience transformation, change, truth. But it matters not what I say, it matters what you experience and know. The beauty of this life is that we all come to see the same view at the mountaintop. But we are each given our own unique perspective that allows us to observe something different than the rest. We experience it and come to know it as something else, using different words, various adjectives and nouns. but we're all describing the same scenery. And no matter the set of eyes and the heart experiencing it, it's beautiful. It's a gracious gift. It's the love of light that birthed all. Some call these concepts of oneness and love as falsehoods. But you must drop everything to experience the truth within. Leave no stone unturned in your questioning, in your looking. Hold nothing higher than the truth. Eradicate your own assumptions and expectations, for the imagination will transform them to blind you. For the truth of this reality is simple and straightforward, yet the most often overlooked. Various concepts and fundamental aspects of this world are seen in our everyday movements and operations, yet we overlook them as if they're nothing. But such concepts and experiences are boring to the mind, for many have been conditioned to be entertained, drawn towards drama, theater, delusion itself. We escape Maya when we come to recognize that the only truth that matters is our own. But we must determine first whose truth really matters. Who is the being that is determining such things? Many get distracted by their life purpose, but they never question who's living it. The timeless question of who am I is ingrained in every religion and philosophy, every spiritual perspective. For it's the one question that must be answered before you can move forward into anything as grand as purpose and meaning of life. Who's the one in your own experience watching this film play out? Who's the one on this playground of life, journeying and adventuring? This question may seem overwhelming, for the mind and the imagination tend to run off with things, creating stories of how you expect it or want it to be. But look within your own heart and let everything go. Allow yourself to squeeze the sponge of conditionings out and leave it to dry in the warmth and light of love. This process is one of healing. It's one of letting go, of acceptance, of accountability. But all of these are synonymous and stem from love. It's the most important journey each of us can take. And on the other side of this doorway of questioning lies the keys to the universe. Waking up to the truth within allows you to have profound trust and faith in life, knowing that it's never against you, but it's here to uplift you. It's how we escape the game of self-sabotage and purely and freely express our inner truth, the words and sensations of the heart. You need not look anywhere, but simply be and allow it to unfold. For the body, the mind, and the heart itself have always been yearning for such stillness. You are perfection itself, but you must allow it to unfold so life can flow through you as purely as it always was intended. For our conditionings, our assumptions, these expectations and pains of the past disturb the flow of life itself. So look within your own experience when you've tapped in fully. Moments of playing, timelessness when in the zone, feeling your heart radiate around loved ones and new experiences, and the many profound aha moments of recognition where we seemingly and effortlessly let go of the old understandings and embrace the new ones. When you look at life from this objective standpoint, you come to see that you have always been on this journey of unfoldment and self-mastery. But far too many do so unconsciously, being thrashed about by the tides of life, rather than riding the waves it presents us each and every moment. Simply be as you are. Accept who you are and recognize the areas of imperfection, of attachment, and let go of such concepts. Come to see every past assumption as bringing it forward into your present. Be as you were always intended to be, free. It arises when we trust ourselves. And as stated many times before, we must come to really understand who we are without all the conditionings and impressions of the past and others. Allow yourself to take a deep breath here. And as you fill up that diaphragm and stomach itself, enlarging the lungs, drawing in prana and chi around you, consciously release any tension remaining within the body. And as you let go, begin to observe your inner experience again like a movie. Don't hold on to anything, but simply witness the energy moving about, the sensations of calm and stillness within, and the radiant light of the heart shining. Again, take a deep breath here. And as you draw in that life force and vitality, continue to allow the exhale to allow you to sink deeper and deeper within yourself into this stillness. And know now that everything that has left you within this experience of sitting down and relaxing is but a temporary happening that isn't true to you. Even the body changes and goes through various states in your life. Yet the one aspect that goes unchanging is the window of awareness that perceives the inner and the outer. When we come to see ourselves as this eternal being of knowing, the process of discovering who we are is but a deduction, recognizing what we're not. And from this perspective and this method, unfolding into the truth of your own beingness is but a matter of time, not an if. The more you nurture this tree of understanding, the greater it grows. The more attention you give it, the easier it becomes. Old habits, old patterns come and go like the clouds. And although the seasons may change, your perspective and beingness remains the unchanging it always was. As you take another deep breath here, allowing the body to radiate with love, light, truth, and understanding, your exhale will release tensions within you, allowing recognitions to arise and firmly rooting you in this knower of life. Simply remain in your truth. Remain in that heart of hearts. Hold on to nothing and receive everything. And the more you come to explore and fall in love with this inner calm, the aroma of your beingness, you'll quickly recognize that this return to home was something that never left you. It'll feel like it was always there, because in truth, it always is. You are the peace. You are love. You are the light of consciousness that illuminates all in this universe. It's only when we get caught up in the external attachments and identities and concepts that we seemingly take ourselves away from the kingdom of heaven within. It's only when we give power and authority to the thoughts that are changing like the sky that we forget we're the space that all the stars and celestial bodies reside in. There is nothing that separates you from this life and universe but a thought. And just like a finger blocking out the sun, one tiny thing believed in can drastically change the way you experience this universe, this experience of life, this gracious gift of love. Take a deep breath here as you continue to radiate that love and light with each inhale. And with your exhale, release all concepts of otherness. Drop away all judgments, doubts, fears, and negative energies that hold you back from experiencing the completeness you already are. There is no steps to come to liberation and peace. All it takes is but a moment of letting go everything you ever thought was real. Disregard such empty truths and simply come to experience life as it always was intended. This effortless calm, this love, this peace, even the oneness is observed. And in truth, it can't fully describe or express what we are. But when we come to live in it, we radiate nothing but harmony, opportunity, love. When you hear the next tap of the bell, take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, transform that expulsion of air and energy into a mighty Om. And shift your attention after the sound fades to the silence within and around. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you, and thank you so much for joining me for another satsang. I hope you feel super calm and relaxed, especially with everything going on. There's nothing more important than recognizing You are the source of peace in your experience. You're the source of love. You're the source of calm. And in truth, nothing can take you away from that. That's the beauty of it. And when you come to fully recognize who you are, it becomes a dance of, I call it baby Buddhahood, because you got to learn to walk again. You have a new profound experience and sense of self. And it's something that might seem paradoxical because a lot of spirituality kind of is, but oh, thank you. Much love to you. But life is a funny dance. We have to come to experience what we're not fully before we're really ready to come back to the truth. Everyone has their own journey, and that's the beauty of it. But as said before in the meditation, we all come to the same scenery. It's so cool. It's an amazing thing, and I really can't even put it into words because when you come to experience and your own life has been validated by others in their experience, you come to really recognize that we don't know anything about this universe as much as Western science tries to claim. And Eastern religions have been writing about it for a long time, but we all have that gateway to the divine within us. And when we come to really fall in love with that process and that journey and that healing and unfoldment, we awaken to the oneness, that everything radiates this same note, this shining light of love. And whether it be your process of gratitude, of daily affirmations, of discipline, whatever it is you choose, there's so many paths to awaken to what we already are. So I thank you so much for joining me in this journey again. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Didn't really have a question. If you have one, feel free to type that in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share. Um, but one thing that came up in a meditation session this week and in conversation, another personal training one, was this concept of moving on from pain. And I find that if this meditation didn't kind of give you the tools to awaken to that, I really want to leave you with this little juicy nugget. And if we're unwilling to heal from our pain and really learn the lessons that could be there and ultimately let go, we're going to constantly be bringing up that pain into the present moment. And just as hatred, just as fear, just as negativity goes, and judgment and all these projections we put onto others, we must recognize that it's a poison we drink ourselves. Pain is something that is necessary to show us what doesn't resonate within our heart. And sometimes we feel like we didn't need life to teach us the hard way, but that's also part of the process, is acceptance. Life is what it is. For you to think it's something else and want it to be something else despite of what happened to you is borderline the definition of insanity. And we have to recognize our society normalizes and is desensitized to a lot of crazy crap. So don't ever feel like you're alone. Don't ever feel like you're the only one experiencing a pain or a suffering. We are far more similar than different. And most of us have experienced, I would call it a kinship of experience of pain. No one's ever going to have the exact same pain as you because we're all different people. We all handle things differently. But the one simple truth about this life is that we all have the opportunity to experience pain and pleasure, love and fear, hate and adoration, all those things. And when we shift our perspective, it's a powerful force. So the biggest thing to shift here is stop assuming, stop expecting. Both of those are the root of all suffering, and the imagination, the mind, they love to run with that stuff. So simply be open, be free, take a breath, and let it go. And as always, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed. And in that seed, may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment. For a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all who ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. I love you so much. Thanks for tapping in. hopefully that this meditation helps you get ready for any types of transformations and things you really want to do with the equinox on Saturday. And this Sunday, we're going to have a little equinox special to really kind of kickstart this solar new year so you can continue this road of unfoldment and understanding and recognition and healing and love and light and truth and just unlocking more doorways to the universe within. So, again, I love you so much. Be sure to tap in. And if you can, help a brother out. Share the video. Let people know what you're doing. It's going to inspire someone. Whether you may think or not, it's going to awaken someone. And we all need that nowadays. It's not too late to really inspire and transform someone's life by letting them know the journey of healing you're going on. It's a step of accountability, it's a step of humility, and it's one that it's going to cause a few eyebrows to raise, but they'll tap in. Trust me. They're ready. They're ready. Real recognizes real, baby. So, again, have a good night. Peace.